Alpha Investments. My name is Rudy on the fancy version. Today, we got ourselves a very nice old school. We're going all the way back to the 90s today, ladies and gentlemen, to this dusty old box of Weatherlight. Look how old this thing looks. Is that not the most ridiculous looking thing ever? So, this video is brought to you by my patron, Chad K. Chad says, Rudy, dude, reserveless hunt. Let's do it. So we got a lot of wild things to talk about here. First thing, before we even crack the box, remember, the Weatherlight boxes were very known to have these extra stickers on the side that were scanned by distributors. Many of them also, a long time ago, you'll see like barcodes cut out on the Urzas in this era, because they had like these redemption rewards thing from a long time ago. And you'll see many times you can peek through these things if you look real closely. You can kind of try to peek through there to make sure you have, you know, not a box full of fallen empires. That's about it. Obviously, circle seal only. There are not complete sealed boxes of Weatherlight. So, we're jumping into this. Too late now. We cannot turn back. These things are so old. It's like half the time you open these, like the boxes just like dissolve. Look. Anyways, so here we are. Some beautiful old school Weatherlight packs. Look at these things. Gorgeous looking, everybody. So we're hoping, obviously, let's go into a lot of things a lot of y'all may not be familiar with. So a long time ago, you have to remember, this was an era, absolutely stunning box artwork. Some of my favorite artwork on here. You got some interesting information on the old box here. What's the bottom here? We got Made in Belgium. You got over here, you got the old USA English Weatherlight 04. I don't know if that's a set. There's a box code there. You got some actual addresses and locations for wizards around the world. And the back, of course, you have good old Sissy of the Weatherlight has been kidnapped. You know, back when the storyline was actually kind of interesting. For those of you who want to read about it and all, it's actually kind of interesting. So, remember, there are no foils. There are no mythics. There are only alien gray people like this dude. So, without further ado, we're getting into this. Oh my goodness, $2.95. Unbelievable, isn't it? Isn't that crazy looking back at this old stuff? Oh, man. All right, I think we've wasted enough time on here. Let's get the camera set up, and let's get into this. So we have some uncommons that are worth some money. There's no commons worth a lot of money. I'm not sure what the pack order is. We'll have to kind of just find out pretty soon here. But we're going to have some fun today. Relax. We got Gerald. We got Sylvan. We got stunning artwork on this old stuff. Remember that, everyone. Orcish Settlers. I believe these are going to be uncommons in the front. I think those are 3 uncommons. I think the Tomb is a rare. Remember, no mythics, no foils, no color-coded rarity symbols. This is a whole different world, everybody. I believe the Tomb is the rare. I'm not 100% certain. Sorry for the fuzziness. I think that is. Let me just double-check here on the commons. Apathy. We got some infantry action. We got the shield. That was a very, very well-known card back in the day there. Sorry, trying to make the camera nice and clear for everybody. Sawtooth Ogre. We got the Fatal Blow. Mana Change was a very cool one. That was pretty cool. I remember playing that in the late 90s, man. Giving creatures cumulative upkeep, man. You know they can't keep paying that after a couple turns. All right, so I believe that's accurate. I think we have 3 uncommons, rare, then the commons there. So obviously, we've got a lot of we've got the Lotus Veil. Obviously, Null Rod continues to skyrocket in price. I think as the filming of the thing, Null Rod's actually over $50 now. Look at that. Look at that Poltergeist. Look at that. Look at that creepy artwork. Like, that is ridiculous looking artwork. Like, is that even legal? What is she wearing? Like, just crazy stuff back in the day here, everybody. Sorry, camera's being a little weird there. And, all right, we got the Forge. I do remember the Forge. We got ourselves an abduction action over here. And our rare is Nature's Resurgence. Oh, my goodness. It reminds me of Army of Darkness. Look at that guy, man. And, of course, we got some Harvest Worm. We got some Bears, Militia, another Shield. We got Ogre, Fatal Blow, Sage Owl. Love that artwork in the library there. Oh, Spinning Darkness Creep. Mana Chains again. Is Mana Chains a couple dollar common? I'm not sure. I know it's difficult because when you look at prices of old cards like this, many times you think they're worth less than what they are because there's so many played and damaged ones in the market. It skews what they call the average market price or whatever. It makes it look lower than what it is. Got ourselves a Worm. We got, God, there's like dust on the cards. Sylvan Hierophant? All right. And the Staff. Going in with some ooze. I don't even remember some of these cards. Like, this is one of my favorite sets, but I still don't even remember some of these cards. It's been so long. And we got ourselves, look at that. Oh, the good old 1+ star cards, huh? Jeez. All right, what do we got here? Benelish Knight, we got Rogue Elephant, Traders, Cinderwall, Shadow Raider, one of the most recognizable commons from Weatherlight, Manta Ray, Thunderbolt, Militia, Vines, and of course, the Fire. So it's definitely, like I said, there's no foils, and people always felt it made Weatherlight a very cheap product. It does have an ATOG. We got ourselves a nice little black version ATOG. We haven't eaten crazy stuff. Pretty cool. Got the Cloud Djinn there. We got some Griffin action. Hey, Debt of Loyalty. I believe reserve list here, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very cool card. I don't know what's with the camera today. I apologize. Debt of Loyalty. Very cool instant here. Obviously, regenerating creatures and gain control. Obviously, regeneration, this kind of stuff is not very common in 2020. Do they even do regenerate cards at all anymore? I don't even know if there's any regenerate. It's like, I don't even see regeneration as a thing. Fire Whip. We got some armor. Look at that. Look how crazy that looks. Spinning Darkness again. The Ballista. We got the Ghoul, Vines, Gatekeeper, and Kiss and Fog Elemental. So I think the Debt of Loyalty is our big hit so far. That is one of the better reserve list cards in Weatherlight. And again, this is still one of the cheapest 90s booster, but what year is 97? This is probably still one of the cheapest ones out there. Why or how, I have no idea, but it is. We got the look at this Shaman. Like, what is this Chick Minotaur doing? That is some creepy stuff. Hey, we got Touchstone. I actually remember using this card. This was actually played quite a bit in the 90s. Very cool card. 2-drop, first turn, Soul Ring, boom, bang, Touchstone. I remember that was cool. Hey, we got Abby. We used to call this card Abby, at least when I was back in the day in my college years. Dropping the old Abby spells, again, till end of turn. Target player can't play any instance interrupts or anything. That requires activation. So nice way to kind of stunt your opponent, and you got the card draw replacement ability. And for literally a 2-drop, that's pretty good, man. And I'm surprised, is that even worth a couple dollars? It's got to be like a reserve list. It has to be some sort of reserve list something. Like, there's no way that's still like a couple dollar cheap card. There's no way that's like a $1 cheap card. There's no way. But, you know, Weatherlight's always been a really underappreciated. It was not a lot printed. Didn't sell well. This was one of the least selling, weaker products of the 90s there. It just kind of is what it is. Sarah's Blessing. We got the Odic Wolves. Phyrexian Furnace there. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember ever using that card. Pretty cool, though. And Alabaster Dragon. Remember, dragons were still... Remember, Mirage was huge with dragons. Like, I can't explain to you guys. Like, Volcanic Dragon. And like Canopy Dragon, and like how, or Tika's Dragon, right? Dude, dragons were a big thing back then, ladies and gentlemen. I know today it's like, dude, it's a creature, nobody cares. All right, Fatal Blow, Wings, Armor. Oh my goodness, Imperial Armor. One of my favorite white common cards. Oh my god, especially with Howling Mine card draw decks. Man, keep your hand size big and giving your creatures like +6, +7, +7/7s, and 6/6s. Man, it was cool stuff, everyone. Brings back memories of back in the day when Rudy actually enjoyed and had time to play Music to Yu-Gi-Oh-ing. Miss those days. Hopefully I can return to that in the future when I slow down in my life. Can't wait to do that. Cone of Flame. We got the old Straw Golem there. Straw Golem. And not really much of anything. We got Noble Benefactor. Yeah, again, uncommon. Cleric, not really a big thing. Hey, Pendril Mist. There you go. So Pendril Mist, this is actually a card that actually sees some use today. 4-drop, pretty much enchantment. And again, every creature gains during your upkeep, pay 1 or kind of starts kind of picking off creatures. So nice way to kind of, what's a good way to say, kind of prevent white weenie decks and keep the board state from getting out of control. Llanowar Sentinel, I don't remember that card. So that was kind of a nice way to really keep an opponent from putting like 100 creatures on the board and just getting crap. I mean, literally, Pendril Mist was a nice way to kind of stunt those green-heavy or white weenie creature decks. That was like a big thing. I do remember that. We got the old Veil over here. Let's see what we got going on. We got Veil. We got the old Brigade. We got Gaia's Blessing. Stunningly beautiful artwork from Miss Rebecca. Hey, Bubble Matrix. I actually thought this was a decent card. It's probably reserve list. Most of these rares in this are. All damage dealt to creatures reduces. I don't think it's worth anything now, but I think... I don't know, maybe it's not reserve list, that's why. Soul, some awesome artwork, man. The tree, elephant, flux, manta ray, and cyclops. You know, see, that's the funny thing. Weatherlight still has a good amount of weird cards like that you don't really know what the purpose is. But again, they're reserve list. And being reserve list, it kind of makes you wonder, long term, you know, what's going to happen to some of these things. So that's always been kind of my outlook on this kind of stuff. We got the Sphere. I'm sorry, my camera is just out of control losing on this. This is a great video, too. What a terrible day to have camera problems. Strands of Night. Not a big fan. I'll be honest with you guys. Never a big fan. Scorched Ruins. Ladies and gentlemen, epic, old school. I believe reserve list comes into play. Now, the worst part about this card was you had to sack 2 untapped lands. That was the kicker. That was the part I hated, is they had to be untapped lands. If that didn't say untapped, I feel like this card would be out of control, like ridiculous $100, $200 card. Like, I always felt that way. I felt the untapped really just wrecked that card. What the heck is that? We got an upside down tree in the middle of the pack. That's kind of strange. Vitalize Action, Ogre, Ghoul, Owl, Alms, and Nature's Kiss, everybody. Let's see if I can adjust the lighting a little. Try to see if we can make the lighting a little bit more user-friendly to the camera there. Let's see if we can take some of the glare. All right. So let's see what we got here. But see, that's it. Weatherlight never really became like the super hot, you know, equivalency to like a Tempest. Or it just didn't really do that. So, yeah. Cloud Djinn, we got ourselves the Wisdom. Card draw 2 line. And our rare is going to be the old Morphine Man. Not a big fan. I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's nothing positive about this rare. Accumulative upkeep, you lose more life every single turn because it goes from 1, 2, 3, and it's just a 5-drop, 5/4 flying with nothing special. It doesn't like, it's not like Demonic Hordes that starts pinging off land every turn. There's nothing. I think that was a rare Pile Slayer. There's just nothing amazing about that card. It kind of is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Not the greatest pack there, but so far, Chad, what an epic experience. We got an Aura of Silence. We got the Veteran Explorer. Hey, Aether Flash over here. And, well, most importantly, Well of Knowledge. Very good old school card. I remember this one. 3-drop. Any player can play 2 during his or her draw phase to draw a card. Players must use the ability as many times as they choose. Look at that. As many times as they choose. That is room for shenanigans if I've ever heard it. Rudy's hair on weekends. Old Man Chains again. Let's see here. And nothing. Oh, that card, that artwork always creeped me out. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. Artwork just made me go, ugh. Every single time I saw that artwork always just kind of made me a little crazy, you know? All right, so I think we can... So these commons, we're going to kind of move out of the way there. I don't want to knock them over. Yeah, that's where we're at. Cone of Flames! Oh, Buried Alive is an uncommon in this. Okay, I completely forgot we had Buried Alive as an uncommon. Very, very nice. And the old Steel Golem for the nice creepy pack art. Not box art, pack art. And very cool, we got the old Bosium strip. Never played with it, but I know a lot of other people did. I thought the artwork was cool. Definitely used to see... I remember people trying to always do weird shenanigans with that, but it just was never that great of a card. You know, it just is what it is. Alright. Here we go, everybody. We are going halfway through the pack. I still like to see a Null Rod, like a Lotus Veil. There's so many cool reserve list cards. It's not even a big set. So your odds of getting good stuff are pretty good here. Straw Golem, Drake, and here Urborg Stalker. This is one of those cards that you don't remember because you're going, what is this crap? 4-drop, 2/4. During the player's upkeep, if that player controls any non-black permanents other than lands, it gets 1 damage to that player. Yeah, for 4, that's beautiful armor looking. Llanowar, Druid, and Ballista. Anything weird hiding back here? Always got to take a quick peek. Nothing dramatic back there. Alright. So, God, those packs are really tough to open. Got to reseal with less glue land next time. Illusionist! The old Revered Unicorn. Cumulative upkeep. Man, that brings it. You guys think they're ever going to bring back cumulative upkeep in these future snow sets? Downdraft. And the statue. What do you guys think? I don't know. I always felt someone was going to do something with this thing, but just, it's a flippin' 8-drop in 5 to activate. I don't know. Don't really have much to say about that. Just never really, that was such a wacky. See, that was one thing I really did enjoy about Magic in the 90s. You could brew and make the weirdest, fun, silly decks and just have the best time. When you sit down and play with a friend or family member, Aether Flash, and you would just never know what goofy crap someone was going to build, and that was just so much fun. And we got the old Moroxis of Kel, crazy looking steroid beefed up dude. Wish I looked that good. Holy cow, 6-drop for the star, power and tough's equal to what? A number of untapped artifacts. Oh, untapped artifacts, creatures, and lands. Okay. Well, I don't know. That's really, actually, no, that's not that good. Because it has to be untapped. And if you're using your lands to cast spells, you're tapping everything, and it's making them weaker. And how much is a 6-drop? Way too. Now, if it was, I mean, Tarmogoyf's a 2-drop. Flipping the old Tarma is a 2-drop. It's a flipping 6-drop. Vultures. Phantom Wear. We got the Find. It's not a bad little spell. Goblin Bomb. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a very iconic Weatherlight card. I thought this was one of the coolest cards. Like, I always visualized somebody having a board state with like 3 of these in play, and they're just flipping coins like crazy. And then all these fuses are on these 20 damage bomb count. Oh my god, I thought that was a fun. See, cards like that make me happy. I don't know. I like fun, creative things in Magic because it changes things up. It makes us really enjoy the game. And, you know, because one of the things you always hear about nowadays, oh, everyone's just playing the same 2 decks. The tier 1 just ruins everything. Hey, Gemstone Mine. I completely forgot. Uncommon, not even a rare. One of the best lands, actually maybe the best land next to Lotus Veil in this set. Gemstone Mine was even reprinted in, like, what was it, Future Sight, some other stuff. Phenomenal card, absolutely underappreciated. The Staff and Heatstroke. I don't even remember that card. I don't think that's any good. I'm sure it's reserve list, but it's still a terrible card. Alright, so we are across the halfway here through the box opening. What a great video so far. So far, we got some of the big heavy hitters and some good reserve list cards, but we're still missing a couple of the key ones. Hoping we can get there. Another Buried Alive, very nice. Goblin Grenade. Goblin decks never get old, everybody. Fervor, real Fervor? Creatures don't get somebody. Mindstone, I guess if there's ever a good common in the set, I think Mindstone's probably the best common in the set. It's even still, I think that was even reprinted recently, like Iconic Masters and everything, wasn't it? I know that common is nothing really crazy. So we got Touchstone, still think that's underappreciated. Forge, it's okay. The artwork reminds me of Phyrexian Devourer from Alliances. Noble Old Man Rudy. Hey! Mana Web, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely beautiful card. Love the 90s Mana Web. This is such a cool card. Take a moment, appreciate. 3-drop. First turn, what? Factory? Or no, first turn Workshop. Whenever any land a target opponent controls is tapped for mana, tap all the lands he or she controls that can produce any type of mana that land can produce. Now remember, I'm assuming back in the day, the purpose of that was with mana burn and kind of making combos with that, if I recall correctly, but I'm not really sure about in 2020, but I always thought Mana Web was a really cool card. I thought that was neat. Guyvrian Restoration. Look at that art, man. Like, look how detailed that is. That's so sweet. Lava Hounds. We got some Wolves and a Tranquil Grove. You know, underappreciated. 2-drop, and then you can do a board wipe of enchantments. You know, I don't think that's really, you know, there's people who build these shenanigan enchantment decks out there, especially back then. And I think that's kind of a good way to have a sideboard to be able to kind of stunt those enchantment decks. Relearn, too expensive. I'm just going to say it, too expensive. Hidden Horror, and Rudy's got Fungus again. He's got to go back to the doctor. 4-drop, 3/3, sack and forest to get more counters. That doesn't do much for me, everybody. But that is it for the commons here. Oh, man, such a good experience. I hope you guys are enjoying the video over here. Thanks again, Chad, for allowing all of us to experience this, because, again, I think I've only done Weatherlight maybe one time in 4.5 years on YouTube. Don't expect me to do this again. I don't like opening the boxes, don't like selling them. They're just too difficult to get. Land of War Behemoth. The reserve. Oh my god, banding? Holy crap, there's a card with banding. And look at everyone's face in the card. They look miserable. They're like, we're on a card with banding. Oh, and Call of the Wild. That's what happens if Rudy just runs free in the forest. A lot of enchantments in this, but not one of the better ones. Alright, so what are we at? About 12, 13 packs left. Absolutely cool stuff, everybody. Alright, we got Find, Horror, we got Shaman, and oh my gosh. I forgot they did a Southern Paladin. Oh my goodness. I remember the Northern Paladin. They made a Southern. I completely forgot they did that in Weatherlight. I don't think it's worth anything or anybody even cares about that card, but I forgot they even made that card. Like, that was so long ago. Oh my goodness, that brings back memories. Okay, we got, hey, I always thought that was pretty cool. Banding. Drake. Hey, Lotus Veil! We flippin' did it! Alright, bunch of commons in the back. We got, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves the Lotus Veil. Oh man, absolutely epic card. I mean, but the ability to be able to get 3 mana of any, oh my god. Awesome pull, everybody. Man, I mean, that one does the same thing. We have to sacrifice 2 untapped lands. But the fact you can get 3 mana, like any color of you're choosing, was just a phenomenal card. Is this even... This has to be... There's no way this is still like 10, 20 bucks. There's no way. That has to be way higher. Rock Hatchling, downdraft, and we got a rare here for Inner Sanctum. If it was cumulative upkeep, maybe 1 life, but a cumulative upkeep of 2 life, so you go from 2, 4, 6, 8. Dude, that thing will destroy you in a couple turns. Very nice Mind Stone. Oh, man. That's the thing about Safe. That's why I love Weatherlight. They're just wacky cards, man. It's not about super overpowered Modern Masters, Jason. Blah. It's got fun stuff. That's what I look for. Oh, look at this. Target creature against flanking. Oh, man, I've always wanted to have flanking when I go to Walmart and Chick-fil-A. Oh, that's so great. Flipping flanking. And hey, Peacekeeper. Awesome. Okay, so we got ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, we got the epic Peacekeeper. Phenomenally beautiful artwork. Look at that sky. Look at the horde. Look at, oh my god, look at the trees and the wind. Look at the white on the robes and the color. Oh, stunning card. I'll be honest with you. There's no way this... I know this is reserve list. This should be like the most expensive card in the set. You got a 3-drop 1/1. Yeah, it's got a little upkeep, not cumulative. And you just stop all creatures from attacking. It's like a moat, but a creature form. I mean, literally, you're stopping cards. Nothing can attack, but of course you have to pay too. So you get a little bit of a draw every turn. But it's a version of moat that stops everything. I always thought that was a fun... How is that even a cheap card? It's reserve list too. Worm, Blessing, and artwork's kind of neat, kind of crazy worms, flying squid, octopus, Rudy dudes, but it doesn't really do much of anything for me. I'm sorry, not a very good rare. So I'm still hoping for a Null Rod, ladies and gentlemen. I want to see a $50, $60 Null Rod. Agonizing memories. We got the creepy Poltergeist with this chick with her outfit, which looks kind of inappropriate, and we got the Veal. And Psychic Vortex. All right. This is actually not a bad card. And this was one I tried to build some little shenanigans when I was a kid. Because I thought the idea of, wait a minute, cumulative upkeep, draw a card. So wait a minute, draw 1 card next turn, then 2, and then 3? I was like, wait a minute. But, of course, at the end of each turn, so you got to sack a land, discard your hand. So it kind of flushes your deck. Kind of self-mill library going through. But I was like, man, if there was a way to kind of recycle. And I always thought that was kind of a weird card. Look at that. Look at that gemstone peeking out there. Ladies and gentlemen, pack fresh gemstone. Love it. Explorer, yeah, that's not too bad. And Lava Hell. Hey, Paradigm Shift. Okay. I kept thinking this was Exodus. All right, Paradigm Shift. This is one of the better. This one's actually moved up recently. 2-drop, remove all cards in your library from the game, shuffle your graveyard into your library. Actually a pretty good card. That is, like I was just saying, if you're discarding and building a graveyard, you need to kind of swap and kind of stack your deck with only certain cards. Like, I always thought that was a pretty cool card. It's cheap. It's a 2-drop. You know, it's only 1 blue. I thought something like that was decent. All right. Aura of Silence. This one looks familiar. I remember seeing this. Maybe one of the better uncommons. Ancestral Knowledge. Holy crap. I thought this was a Tempest card. Cumulative upkeep of 1, but man... Look at the top 10 cards of your library. Remove any of them from the game and put them back in any order. Talk about the ultimate stack your library. I don't know. Is Ancestral Knowledge? I'm not sure if that one's reserve list or not. I know a lot of them are. I know some are not. Is that a little chip on the side there in the commons? Cinder Giant, Desperate Gambit, and a Bone Dancer for the rare. Yeah, it's not going to really... Yeah, we got some commons back here. All right. So we're down to the last couple packs, everybody. Absolutely, what a fun day to enjoy this video with you all. Phyrexian Furnace, we got Master of Arm, and Doomsday! Oh, the card that everybody loved to hate. Flippin' 3-drop, pay half your life, whack out your graveyard and your library, remove everything but 5 cards from the game. Talk about a flippin' Doomsday hilarious meme. Absolutely fun card. Super iconic, man. Alright, that's original version, by the way. I think it was the first printing. Settlers and Wave of Terror. Wow, I never realized. Weatherlight has a lot of cumulative... I thought Ice Age had the most cumulative upkeep mechanics. But I guess Weatherlight really has a ton of cumulative upkeeps. I didn't even realize that. Okay. Last 3 packs we're still looking for. We got Lotus Veil. We got Abby already. We got Peacekeeper. What are we missing? We're just missing Null Rod, right? Is that all we're missing? Land of War Behemoth? Wait, I also wasn't paying attention. Target approaches and berries. It's nothing. I like the artwork, though. Very dramatic, but no. Alright, come on, Null Rod. It's like, how many cards are in Weatherlight? Isn't it like a 140 card or 150 card set? It's like it's such a small set. Circling Vulture, another buried. Wow, it's our third or fourth buried alive. There we go. Pack Fresh Legendary. Legendary Null Rod. Gotta be one of the coolest artifacts in the history of Mujik the Poking Your Mom. Absolutely iconic card. Flippin' first turn Soul Ring Null Rod, man. Players cannot play any artifact abilities that need activation costs. Oh, gotta be one of the cool, like, oh my god, look at that. Oh my goodness. What an ending. Dude, what an ending, Chad. Null Rod in the close, and that is it, folks. Last pack. And the Firestorm! Last pack, we got a Firestorm. Reserve list epic card. Love the artwork. In the close, Null Rod in Firestorm. Oh, what a great video. That, you cannot ask for a better box opening of Weatherlight. I mean, we hit all the granddaddies. I mean, everybody. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, Firestorm. We got the Null Rod. We got the Doomsdays, Ancestral, Paradigm Shift, Vortex, Peacekeeper, Lotus Veil. Holy smoke. Flippin' Mana Web, Goblin Bomb. We got the Strip, Well of Knowledge, Scorched Ruins, Pendril Mists, Abbey, and Debt of Loyalty. Dude, we hit literally every good card in the set. Man. You can take those tether balls and turn them into a pretzel. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, I appreciate the honor and privilege to entertain, and man, what a great video. Have a great day.